Dear learners, let's try to understand the naturalism as a school of educational philosophy. The present lecture is designed by Dr. Shokeen Bilal. Let us try to explore educational philosophy of naturalism. Naturalism is a philosophy with the belief that nature alone represents the entire reality. There is nothing beyond or other than nature. Everything comes from nature and returns to nature. Human life is part of the scheme of nature. Ultimate reality is matter. Gives emphasis to matter or physical world. Chief exponents Francis Bacon, John Comenius, Herbert Spencer, Aldous Huxley, Bernard Shaw and J. Rousseau. Man is born good, but is corrupted by the society. He must remain away from the society if he wants to remain pure and unadulterated. Let the child learn by himself in the lap of nature. The nature is a great book to him. Rousseau, reading is the curse of childhood. I hate books as they are of no value. Students should not be given any verbal lesson, rather they be taught experience alone. What are the assumptions of naturalism? 1. Nature is the final reality. All things originated from matter. 2. Mind is a function of brain which is material in nature. 3. Entire universe is governed by the laws of nature which are unchangeable. 4. There is no God or spirit, no religion, no eternal values. 5. Follow nature is the greatest slogan of naturalism. 6. Freedom in education. Instincts should be main instrument of education. 7. Senses are gateways of knowledge. 8. Scientific knowledge as the highest worth or value. Naturalism and aims of education. There is no place for classrooms, textbooks, timetable, formal exams, etc. Naturalism is against bookish knowledge. 1. Self-expression, free thinking. 2. Development of child's inner faculties. 3. Self-preservation and self-satisfaction. 4. Enable children to adjust themselves to the environment. 5. Development of individuality. 6. Education according to the nature of the child. Naturalism and curriculum. Children learn best in natural setting. Inclusion of natural sciences, chemistry, zoology, botany, physics, mathematics, geography, and the environmental studies, etc. Physical education. Languages only essential for scientific studies. Focus on developing practical skills such as gardening, crafts, and other activities that involve working with natural materials. Poetry and literature should not be taught. Naturalism and methods of teaching. Experiential learning. Learning through direct experience and interaction with the environment is a key method. Students learn by doing, observing, and experimenting. Discovery learning. Teachers encourage students to explore and discover knowledge on their own. This method fosters critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Sensory education. Education that engages the senses is emphasized. Activities that involve seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, and smelling help deepen learning. Nature walks and outdoor education. Regular excursions into nature to observe and study plants, animals, and ecosystems are integral. Outdoor education is considered essential for connecting with the natural world. Project-based learning. Students undertake projects that require investigation and research. These projects often have a practical or environmental focus. Play and imagination. Play is seen as a natural and important way of learning. Imaginative and creative activities are encouraged to stimulate cognitive and emotional development. Naturalism and role of teacher. Facilitator and guide. The teacher's role is to facilitate learning rather than direct it. They provide guidance and support while allowing students to explore independently. Observer. Teachers observe students closely to understand their interests, strengths, and developmental needs. This observation informs how they support each child's learning journey. Environment designer. Teachers create and maintain a learning environment that is rich in natural stimuli and conducive to exploration and discovery. Resource provider. They provide the resources and materials that students need for their activities and projects, ensuring they are natural and safe. Mentor. Teachers act as mentors, encouraging and motivating students. They build trusting relationships and offer emotional support. Model. By demonstrating a respect for nature and a love for learning, teachers model the attitudes and behaviors they wish to instill in their students. Concept of discipline in naturalism. Self-discipline. Naturalism emphasizes the development of self-discipline over imposed discipline. Students learn to regulate their own behavior through natural consequences and self-awareness. Natural consequences. Discipline is based on the natural consequences of actions rather than external punishment. Students learn responsibility by experiencing the outcomes of their choices. Freedom within limits. While students have the freedom to explore and learn, this freedom comes with certain boundaries that ensure safety and respect for others. Positive reinforcement. Encouragement and positive reinforcement are used to promote desired behaviors. Praise and recognition of effort help build intrinsic motivation. Conflict resolution. Students are taught to resolve conflicts through dialogue and understanding rather than through authoritative measures. They learn to negotiate and empathize with others. Consistency. Rules and expectations are consistent and clear, helping students understand what is acceptable behavior. Consistency provides a sense of security and fairness. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.